Hello Gainers, I'm Ralphie and welcome to my channel called Fitter Philosophy, in which I share practical, experience-based Stoic stuff which, when you read it in books, it's academic and theoretical, but when it's shared by someone who's experienced life for a few decades, it becomes a little bit more grounded, practical and hopefully more infused with common sense. Having said that, books are valuable. They are essential sources of information and knowledge, and both information and knowledge do empower us as we get older and get on with life. Of course, depends which books we read. This is one of the skills in life, knowing where to source what we need to source to improve our quality of life and to build on our experiences. And when we're young and inexperienced, we have our older relatives around us who will hopefully, fingers crossed, share their practical experience, their common sense, and will accurately guide us so that we're not just dependent on the programming that we get as part of the schooling system, whichever school that happens to be. But as we grow up, we become less dependent on others for reference and for advice and for keeping us right, and we become more referential to our own personal experiences. You see, as we get older, we know ourselves better. We know our weaknesses, we know our strengths, we know what we like, we know what we don't like, we know the kind of people that we're wanting to socialise with or not socialise with. So all these things factor in and they compound. It's just like interest building up in a stock market account. I was going to say bank account, but of course banks don't pay interest these days, and I doubt they ever will want to do so again because it's real life. So it's probably the stock market, or perhaps you've invested in a business, a small business, and you're growing it without taking on too much debt or too much ineffective employees, and you're just kind of developing in life with experience, and in doing so we develop ourselves. And that's the way it works. And as we get older, it's good to reference ourselves. But one thing I would advise you is this: don't underestimate you knowing what's best for you. Sure, when we're surrounded by the white noise of peer group pressure, whether it be coming from the media or coming from family or coming from friends or just coming from people around us in our communities, we tend to get a very specific view on life, which is not necessarily best for us. And what's not necessarily best for us is not necessarily best for the communities in which we live. And therefore, we have to take responsibility. But with responsibility comes reward. And that is that if when we take the responsibility of developing our own points of reference in our life, then we can, excuse me a second, oh my goodness, where have you come from? He's out in the fields, here he is, big puss. Hello Billy, say hello to the viewers, meow meow. Just say the meow meow for him. Anyway, where was I? Yes, we have self-confidence in our own points of reference to help steer our life the way we want it to go in relation to our skills, knowing our weaknesses, and also, importantly, avoiding being distracted, misled and dislocated by people around us, even those that we have a personal relationship with, that we call lovers. We have to be careful with that they don't take too much of us away from ourselves and into the relationship. Excuse me. Oh, here he goes. Typical cat. And now he wants up again. Typical cat. So I hope you find this interesting. My conclusion, because it's always good to have a conclusion, is have more trust in yourself. Nobody really knows us better than we know ourselves, and nobody should know us better than we know ourselves. And you will find that there's no shortage of people out there in the wide world who want to give you advice. They want to give you all the advice and all the help and all the support. You've got to ask yourself one reason: why? Is it genuine? Do they really mean it? Or are they doing it because they get something out of it? We have to be cynical, a little bit critical, because in being that way, we actually discipline ourselves to keep control of the direction our lives go, to keep us from being totally stressed out, like those around us who lose control of their lives, lose control to debt, bad relationships, indecisiveness, poor decisions, not trusting themselves because they haven't practiced and built up to the stage where they really can trust themselves. And it's real life. And that's the way it is. I'm Ralph. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll speak to you soon. If you enjoyed this, click subscribe, a wee like, bang the bell to be informed of my next video, and of course leave a comment. See you soon. Bye-bye.